How's it going? I hope everyone is doing well whenever you see this day or night. This is going to be a general reading for Cancer for June 1st through June 15th. It is a general reading, so it can cover anything like love, friends, family, health, work, etc. So always take it how it resonates for you if it does. And if it doesn't resonate, or even if it does resonate, but you want to know more about yourself and what's going on for you, always feel free to do like a free birth chart. I feel like I just said three times, but maybe it's special. Free. Do your birth chart online and find out your other placements. For instance, what is your sun, rising, moon, and Venus sign? Venus is for love and personal assets too, so a lot of people forget about that sign. But really, it's good to know your whole chart because we all have different zodiac signs throughout our birth chart, and things can affect us. So for instance, even if you're not a sun, rising, moon, or Venus Cancer, this reading may resonate for you as well. So all are welcome here. So what else was I going to say before we get into your reading? Yes, if you've already subscribed, thank you so much. And if you want to, it is free. All you have to do is click on the bell icon on the bottom right and make sure that it's active. And also, if you want to see a picture at the end of this live, I'll take a picture of all the cards and I'll put it up on my Facebook page if you want to look at it later, but you don't have to, of course. So if you want to do that, all the instructions are in the description box below. But yeah, I think that's everything. So let's do a quick sound bell here for some grounding and healing for the reading, and then we'll get started here. So if you want to, you can take a deep breath in and out whenever, or you can just listen to. Okay, Cancer. Hope you guys didn't hear the commercial on my phone. I keep the music really low for my dogs, and it was kind of going off there for a moment, but hopefully most of what you heard was the bell. So anyway, let's get started here. So if you're new, welcome. And if you're coming back, welcome back too. So yeah, I usually go over the first main 6 cards here, and then I go into the tarot confirmation cards after, and then at the very end, I do a couple oracle cards. Oops, and I almost knocked my coffee, but we're good. So Cancer, let's set your timer here and see what we got for you. So you have Princess of Sacred Circles upright, which is Princess of Pentacles upright, King of Sacred Circles upright, or King of Pentacles upright, King of Cups upright, 7 of Sacred Circles or 7 of Pentacles upright, 6 of Staves or 6 of Wands upright, and then you have 4 of Swords in the reverse. Okay. So I also forgot to say that this first row is energy starting around June 1st, which I think is a Tuesday, right? Going through that week and into the upcoming weekend. And then the second row is the second week and weekend. The second week and weekend into June. Okay, till about the 15th or so. Sorry. Anyway, let's get into it here. It's not exact, right? Tarot timing is not exact, so always take what resonates. Okay, so to start your reading off here, Cancer, you have a really beautiful energy though with this Princess of Sacred Circles. This is Princess of Pentacles, right? In other decks is what it's called, okay? As you see this Native American woman here, and she's pregnant, and then she's holding on to a child, and she's got some drums, decorations in the background, and some corn, dried corn, okay? But this is really similar kind of energy to me, a little bit of the Empress card, okay? So the Empress sometimes is depicted as being pregnant, but it's all about planting the seeds for something that's going to happen in the future, okay? And so there's also a lot of abundant energy because she's pregnant as well, right? Abundance is more than just money. It can be money, but it can be good health, more time with friends or family, starting a new business, whatever you're currently trying to manifest in your life, okay? So this could be energy from the recent past that's still lingering around, okay, as we start this reading. And again, Cancer, if this isn't you, this could be, sorry, Hermes. No. If this isn't you, Cancer, it could be the person or people you're dealing with or your general environment or situation here. So this is why I leave music on low, because my dog's, sorry guys. Anyway, so regardless of whose energy it is, Cancer, it's really nice to start off your reading with here. And then again, it almost looks like this is her dad here, right? Because you have the King of Sacred Circles or the King of Pentacles upright, right? Since she's the princess. It could be a dad or grandfather figure because he looks a little bit older. Okay, but again, really nice energy moving forward, very abundant, right? They're both pentacles or sacred circles, okay? And so he has this energy of, being a little bit set in his ways, but being there from experience, putting in all the hard work. Okay. He only shows his emotions to like a select few. Okay. But he's also, especially depicted in this card, in this deck, he's about passing on wisdom to the younger generation. Okay. So this is a card that speaks of being aware of your wisdom and wanting to share it with others. Okay. It doesn't have to be you, Cancer. It could be a masculine energy in your life. Okay, so masculine doesn't have to be an actual male gendered person, right? It could just be someone that displays a lot of masculine energy, but always take it, how it resonates here. But regardless, really abundant energy to start your reading off here with. And then another king, right? So in this one, it's the King of Cups. So it's like a medieval scene here. And you see this guy holding his cup, okay? And a book or something in the other hand. I'm not sure. It looks like a book. Yeah. Anyway, he's got the castle in the background. He's got his crown on. Okay. He's almost in the upper left or right. What is this? This is my left, your right side. It looks like the behind his throne. Okay. So normally when you see the King of Cups in other decks, he's also always on his throne, which means there's a lot of support around you in some way. Okay. With friends or family or whatever your support system may be. But the cups in the tarot represent emotional fulfillment, emotional contentment. He's balanced with his emotions, right? Again, almost like what I was saying with the King of Sacred Circles or King of Pentacles upright, is that he doesn't show his emotions to everybody, only to like a select few. So his emotions are really balanced, but that's because of his position of power as well, and just his years of experience too, okay? But this is where my guides also wanted me to stop so far and talk about what was on the top and the bottom of your ancestral path tarot, which is the main 6 here, Cancer. So what was on the top was the 3 of Swords upright, and what was on the bottom was the Empress in the reverse. Okay, and this is energy from the recent past that's still kind of lingering around, and maybe why certain cards have shown up. Okay, so the 3 of Swords, we'll start there, is even though at first glance this looks kind of like a happy scene in this Japanese kind of scenery here, but it's really not. You can see the mother or the older woman here is kind of upset, okay, and this guy is going off somewhere, so maybe to war, I don't know, because he looks like he's like a samurai going to war or something. But the 3 of Swords talks about some type of heartache, betrayal, low vibrational energies or exhaustion, and this is energy from the recent past, okay? And it could be that you were starting to get over that, okay, but you weren't all the way where you are now, right at the beginning of your reading. Because like I was saying, the Princess of Sacred Circles, I said because she's pregnant, right, she reminded me of the Empress. Well, you have the Empress in the reverse from the distant past. So you could have been starting to get over this heartache, whatever it was, or betrayal, or just exhaustion, whatever it is for you. And you wanted to plant some seeds and plan for the future, but there was still some healing possibly that you needed to do. But it looks like I said, the beginning of June, or even, a little after, because it's not exact, that you really do come into that energy of, the Princess of Pentacles or Princess of Sacred Circles upright, being abundant, being confident, you know, and we don't know if this is her child, right? If she has already had children, she's like, I've done this before. Okay. That could be for some of you, not saying you've had kids before, but you've birthed something like, let's say it's a work project or relationship, or like everything is always different. It's not exact, right? But it's almost like this energy for some of you, not everybody, of like, I've been in this similar journey before, and I'm confident that I'm going to make it through and that I can be ready for whatever is going to be born. Okay. Get what I'm saying, hopefully. But yeah, it's just a metaphor. I mean, maybe somebody's having a baby. I don't know. But it's just the metaphor I think we're really talking about here. But let's go back to the main 6 here and go forward. Okay. So your 4th card here is the 7 of Sacred Circles. This is another 7 of Pentacles. So I want to count really quickly. Yeah, I guess you have 3 Pentacle cards, but you got 2 Kings. You have 1, 2. Okay, so only 2 major arcanas, but still a lot of change could be happening, and it could be more. My feeling is toward like middle of June or even the end of June, but we'll talk about that more later. So anyway, back to the 7 of Sacred Circles or 7 of Pentacles upright. So this is all about hard work, putting in a lot of effort. Okay, can be talking about, for some of you, evaluating your work ethic, whether you've worked too hard or not enough, but it's really preparing for the future, right? So usually this is like some kind of Native American scene of like fall, right? Planning for the winter or something, or planning for a big party, whatever it may be. But it doesn't have to be that, right? It's just the metaphor of putting in a lot of hard work into something and knowing that, like, let's say you're only halfway there, okay? Because in other decks you would see a man or a woman looking up at a tree, and half of it's fruit and half of it's pentacles. So the pentacles represent the money you've already gotten, the abundance you've already gotten, and then the fruit is the work that he still needs or she needs to still take, okay? So there could be something around those themes happening for you more towards the second week of June here. But, you know, I still feel like it's really positive for you, okay? Because literally your next card here is the 6 of Staves or 6 of Wands upright. Okay, Cancer. So this talks about a celebration. You see all these people watching this guy on this chariot in the center, and you've got the 2 horses, right? It's 2 horses? Yeah, it's 2. Okay. I looked like Free for a second. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how many horses, right? But they're moving forward. Okay. So it's for momentum, forward energy, celebration. Again, this is another theme of support, right? We talked about the 2 kings with the throne behind them, even if we don't see it in the Native American one. Okay. Support, whatever your support system may be, friends, family, both, etc., romantic partners, whatever. Okay, so there could be a celebration and people, what am I trying to say? Enjoying and taking part in the celebration with you here. And so that's beautiful. I really, really feel that for you, Cancer. And your last card in the main 6 that we have here is another really abundant card, or not abundant, I'm sorry, really positive card, okay? I mean, maybe it's abundant for somebody, but I meant to say positive, because even though it's in the reverse position, that's actually how you want to see this card, okay? So you got the 4 of Swords in reverse. So this means that if there was any leftover, like mental confusion, anxiety, or worry, you, you know, towards the middle of the month are really putting that down, Cancer. And I really feel like you are going to take the time to enjoy whatever these wins are, whether they're small, medium, large, whatever the celebration is for you, because you worked really hard to get there. And I just feel like, I can't remember exactly what was going on in your last reading, but yeah, I mean, I feel like you deserve it. And also, you know, you've been working on yourself for a while, and I'll get more into that when we do your confirmation cards here too. But what else was I going to say? You also have, is it only 1? Oh no, you have 2 repeating cards. Okay, so we'll get more into that in just a few minutes here. So anytime that happens, it means it's a message from spirit. They really need to pay attention to that message because there's usually in most tarot like 72 cards in each deck. So I shuffle and cut the deck several times, and then I do my big fish pile pond. If you've seen me in other videos before, when I'm shuffling, I cut that out just because it takes too long on camera. But anyway, when it comes out, it's really like meant to come out again. Okay, so but let's go in order here. So I get excited. I'm like, it's a good reading, yay! Okay, let me make sure this is on low for the doggies a little bit. Okay, so back to your confirmation cards. So the first one is the Tower upright. Your second card is Eight of Cups in reverse. And your third card is King of Cups in the right side up position. So I'll just show you that briefly, but we'll talk about it in more depth later, right? Those are the second, this is your first repeating card, okay? So that's really cool. All right, so we'll get into more of that later. But we'll start with the Tower first. Okay, so the Tower, okay, this is energy from the recent past, and it is confirming the Princess of Sacred Circles or Princess of Pentacles upright, and the Seven of Sacred Circles or Seven of Pentacles upright. So this is telling us, and you can really see it too by going back from the past with the Empress in the reverse, that there was some type of aha moment, spiritual download, oh my God, I finally get it, enlightenment moment that had you go from the Empress in the reverse in the past to the Princess of Sacred Circles in the future, okay? And like this is another instance where you can see that you've really been putting in some work, or the person that you've been dealing with or people or general environment or situation has really been trying to work and change things kind of for the better here, hopefully for everyone. Okay. Yeah, so then we also see the Tower upright confirming, the Tower is confirming, sorry, the Seven of Sacred Circles or Seven of Pentacles upright. Okay, so when you see this lightning, you usually see it in a lot of different tarot cards. It's always hitting the top of the Tower. So that's your crown chakra. Again, revelation, spiritual downloads, aha moments, enlightenment. So even though there's a lot of water and it looks like a chaotic storm and sea, a lot of emotions, a lot of change, okay, that it's kind of like the energy of the Tower card is telling you that it will be, for the better, even though it might be uncomfortable at first, whatever this realization may be, okay? But yeah, so when it's confirming this Seven of Pentacles too, it's like all the hard work you've been doing and the evaluation of your own work ethic, or if others have been evaluating too, is going to be for some changes, and going to be hopefully, as we know from your other cards, really positive changes for you, Cancer, okay? Now, your second card, or confirmation card, is the Eight of Cups in reverse. Yeah, this kind of goes with, keep going back to the Empress in reverse, but it's like, I don't know, part of the theme here. The Eight of Cups in reverse, that's how you want to see this card, okay? Because when it's right side up, it's not a bad card, but it means you're taking a break from something. You need time to think about everything, whether you're taking a break from a good or a bad thing, okay? Because you're trying to get your emotions in check with the cups here. But when it's running reverse, Cancer, it means you're ready to come out of that break. This is an observation card. When it's in reverse, it's an action card. As we know, you got a lot of action going on here. But it also kind of is like, when you took that break in the recent past and you were planting the seeds, but you weren't ready to tell everybody you were pregnant, let's say, okay? And then now you're ready, right? Now you're ready to be pregnant, okay? Plant the seeds. So that's beautiful. Anyway, yeah, so when this Eight of Cups is confirming the King of Sacred Circles or King of Pentacles upright, and the Six of Staves or Six of Wands upright, yeah, it's just saying that you are now ready to be more grounded. You're ready to feel more support around you. You're ready to pass on your wisdom to others, even if they're not young people. Just pass on some kind of lesson you possibly learned to other people, and that's beautiful. And then you're ready to come into action and have that celebration or forward momentum or more support from other people again. So that is also beautiful. So yeah, I keep saying this is just really nice reading for you, Cancer. And then your last confirmation card that we showed you briefly earlier. I said we, like, I guess it is me and the spirits, because I don't pick these cards. The spirits do, but I always don't know why I say we. I meant me, or well, I don't know. Anyway, so you have your two King of Cups cards, right? So you have both of these cards are very abundant. He's controlled his emotions, right? Again, in this scene, you see all this water kind of splashing around, but he's just chilling and he's really calm there on his throne, okay? But he's all about growth, okay? And expansion and moving forward, about prosperity too, with the little fish there. So really nice energy. And again, when you get repeating cards, it means that I said the universe, that's a special message to kind of pay attention to, because it came out twice. Yes, right on the bell. And then finally, I forgot to talk about really quickly, because I was so excited. What was on the top and the bottom of your Llewellyn deck, okay? Because you have a second repeating card here. You have 2 4 of Swords in the reverse, okay? So again, what's on the top and the bottom is energy from the recent past, okay? So on the top, you have this Page of Swords upright, and then on the bottom, you have another 4 of Swords in reverse. So this is saying that in the recent past, there could have been a small communication from you to a person, to another person, or from another person to you, or just a small opportunity from the universe. You see him holding the scroll. That's the communication, right? If it's not any of those things, it could be you were starting at the first part of a journey in the recent past, because he's a page, right? He's not a knight or a king yet. He's at the bottom. It could be an entry-level position, or just starting at the beginning stages of something, okay? And it could be because in the recent past, you finally got the rest that you needed, and you let go again of this anxiety, worry, overthinking, exhaustion, all of that, okay? Because when it's right side up, you can see she's pretty tired. You see this winter tree in the background, like, I need to rest, I need to ground myself, like, just really depleted, okay? But you did that, okay? And the fact that you did that in the past, and the fact that you're going to do it again in the future, or just in a more even deeper way, right? Those are your second 2 repeating cards, okay? That will bring you back to the start of whatever this journey was, or this small opportunity, okay? But yeah, just really beautiful energy. And I always like to see like how the different decks like depict the same cards here. So this is how they look right side up together, all right, with this Japanese woman. And then the Llewellyn deck is always, some kind of Celtic stuff. But anyway, really nice energy. And also want to say real quickly, before we get to your oracle cards, because I know I'm over time, is that, when this King of Cups is confirming the other King of Cups and the 4 of Swords in reverse, this is just telling us that, like, the more that you let go of any of this last little bit remaining mental confusion, anxiety, worry, overthinking, whatever it may be, okay, or just even exhaustion, the more you let that go, okay, towards the middle of June here, you will become more abundant, more grounded, more stable, and can manifest whatever forms of abundance you want in your life, okay? All right. So now that is your message as far as the tarot, but I have a couple oracle cards for you too. So the first one here is Star Brothers, and there's this guy in the center, and then there's like 2, looks like Egyptian Horus birds, one on each side. But the message is, yes, Horus energy, and it says protection, loyalty, safety, and trust. It's a really beautiful card. Hopefully you can see that there. So that may be a message for some of you guys during this time. You can always look up and Google this card. It's the Rebecca Campbell card, the Starseeds Oracle. It's in my description box too. And you can look up more about Horus energy if that's something that you're interested in. The light keeps going in and out. But anyway, very nice energy. Okay. And yeah, protection, all that support around you. So that's multiple cards, but let's keep going. Okay. And then your second oracle card, which is your love oracle message, regardless of whether you're watching this for romantic reasons or other reasons, right? There's platonic and other forms of love. So anyway, it says, keep an open mind. So sorry, excuse me. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Okay, there you go. So if it is for romantic, right, keep an open mind about romantic partners. And then if it's not for that, it could be the same thing applied to friends, right? You could become friends with somebody that you were like, oh no, I'd never be friends with that person. Okay, or even if you need to love yourself more and love the parts of yourself that are dark and messy and your shadow side, you gotta love that part too. So there you go. All right, and your next oracle message is the octopus, and it says, practice shape shifting by altering your physical appearance and mannerisms. Okay, very nice. And you being a water sign, Cancer, right? You're the crab. Maybe you can be the octopus too here. So that will hopefully help you during this time period. Maybe a message for some of you guys. You can also look into like animal totem or power animal, the octopus, and find even more like symbolism and stuff like that. Okay, and then actually, normally I only get 3 oracle messages, but for you I got 4. So this is another Rebecca Campbell one, and this is your last message, I swear. But it's so beautiful. I don't think I've gotten this card before. Anyway, I might be wrong. Maybe I've seen it before. But it says, I remember, and it says, soul plan, the fated life versus the destiny life. Okay. So very nice. You see this woman here in the center, and she almost looks like, I don't know, she's in like a nest or something to me. But then there's like space around her, and her crown chakra is going off there, if you can see it. So again, if you're more interested in this, you can look up the I Remember Rebecca Campbell Starseeds Oracle card and find more information. But maybe there's something going on for you where you had one plan and your life is going a different way. So it can talk about the fate, what does it say? Fated life versus destiny life. Okay, so anytime I do tarot readings or even different other kind of readings, people will always ask me, well, do you believe in free will? And do you think you can change the reading? Absolutely, you can. This is the energy that I'm picking up at this time, but it can change. Even if I did the same reading for you tomorrow, things might be a little bit different because time has moved forward or backward, however you want to look at it. Okay, so I always believe that people have control over their life 100%. So anyway, I don't even know how long we're at, 28 minutes. Okay, we're going to stop here. But please let me know, guys, if this resonated for you. I always want to hear from you. And thank you so much for any support. And hopefully I will take a little break here and come back with Leo shortly. Yes, Leo's next, yes. So if you want to join me there when I come back, that'd be awesome. But if not, otherwise, you guys take care, and I'll see you later. All right, bye.